Yo, what's going on, everybody's EGTV. We're back again, and I'm with my boy Kesh. Kesh, what's good, brother?
I'm good, brother. You?
Chilling, man. Friggin' just watching the Champions League. That's why I got the Champions League background, but not today. Not today. We got to get that Europa League background back up. But yeah. Anyways, or get the Arsenal background up. There you go. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about a bunch of different things, bro. We're gonna be talking about Arsenal. We're gonna be talking about the deep underlining issues at Arsenal. What's going on? We're gonna be obviously talk about Nicolas Pepe's situation first. But before we get into everything, I want you guys to subscribe, like the video, check out most of my content. I'll be throwing out more content every single day. And right now, you guys already know, I'm gonna cue that intro. Yes, and guys, if you haven't already subscribed, do me a favor, just hit that subscribe button. All right, bro. So getting right into it, we're going to get right into it. It's going to be quite simple. First thing we're going to be talking about, get the game over with, get the game over and done with. The Leeds game, we're going to put it behind us, bro. We're going to put it behind us. We're not going to think about it. We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to forget about that game as much as we can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's where I want to begin. Okay. First signing of the summer. Do you care?
Not necessarily. Depends on what they're planning to do. Obviously, we know that next season we'll probably be in need of another centre back anyway. So there's a thing where he's going to come straight in and he's going to be amongst the first team. Then yeah, why not? But which I doubt it though.
It's kind of underwhelming, right?
Yeah.
No, but a lot of our signings are very underwhelming. Let's be honest. A lot of our signings are those underwhelming signings. We don't expect them to impact the team immediately. But Omar is a center back from Hertha Berlin. He'll be loaned back immediately in January. He's just coming in to fill up the team because we're going to be losing a lot of senior pros soon. Mm-hmm. So those senior pros that we're going to be losing are just going to be replaced with some of these other younger players, inexperienced players. And that's just where we're headed. But I want to get away from that. Here's a senior player who made a silly mistake, Pepe. I know I said we're not going to talk about this for long, but I just want to know what your thoughts is. He apologized to the fans. He said yesterday, I've let the team down. Not yesterday, a couple of days ago, he said he let the team down, and at a crucial time of the game, no excuses for my behavior. I'm deeply sorry, and I apologize. And you know what? A lot of people have been giving abuse. There's been some, you know what happens, bro, whenever there's something with somebody of the same complexion, there's always something disgusting going down on the internet. And I don't even want to get into some of the stuff that's gone down. It's just, let's just say there's some disgusting people out there, and these kind of things is what activates that inner stupidity. But hey, forget about that. What do you think about what Pepe said, and do you accept his apology as a fan?
Yeah, you've got to, you've got to accept it and move on. Despite any other aspects of his game or what I may feel about him as a player, you got to put that aside. What everyone was doing, people that call themselves fans, they're not proper fans. You don't do that. No matter what a player's done, you don't decide to go to racism. So yeah, I forgive him when I accept his apology.
Yeah, me too, man. I accept his apology and I move past it. And this is what we have to do as fans. We just got to move past it, and hopefully this is a catalyst for change. Hopefully, if that is what the right words I could use to describe it. Hopefully, this is something that leads us on to a better route. And you know what? Here to lighten up the mood a little bit. Maybe this doesn't lighten up the mood a lot, but I found a picture of our team from a couple years ago, and the whole entire team pretty much changed from that year. It's crazy. It's super crazy. Like, did you see the picture I'm talking about? I tweeted this out.
The Christmas party.
Yeah, it was a Christmas party from the last time we were in the Champions League. And how many players do you think are still in the team from that team that was in the Christmas party? That Christmas party?
Probably say for about 3 or 2.
3 or 2? You'll be surprised. You're right. It is.
Elneny, Bellerin, I'll say.
Are we including? The thing is, are we including Ozo? Because Ozo was
Oh
around them
no,
time.
I wasn't including Ozil.
Okay, if you're including Ozo, then it would be 4. But if you're
Okay.
excluding Ozo, here's the image right here. Right. So in this image, you have the team from that season back in 2016, I would say.
Yeah.
So you got Holding, right? Who was in the team at that time? Was he not?
Yeah,
Yeah. Holding, Xhaka. Who
yeah,
else?
Remember
Holding,
that photo.
Xhaka, Mustafi, Bellerin. So that's 4 so far. Holding, Xhaka, Mustafi, Bellerin. If you say Ozo, if you want to say Ozo,
5.
that's it. And in this image, you got Chuba Akpan, Koscielny, Danny Welbeck, Jeff Rene Adelaide, Giroud, Jenkinson, Willock, Per Mertesacker, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Martinez, Alexis Sanchez, Kieran Gibbs, Lucas Perez, Gabriel, Monreal, Ospina, and the 2 middle people, which is Ramsey and Coquelin. It just goes to show you how much turnover there's been at this club, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, right?
Crazy. Welbeck's in there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Welbeck's in there. Welbeck, if you can't see where Welbeck is, he's standing right behind. He's in front of Alexis Sanchez.
Isn't that Sanogo? Next to Koscielny.
That is Sanogo.
Yeah. Jenkinson, Mertesacker, check.
Look, you got Chuba Akpan.
Check was even there that time.
Chuba Akpan. Bro, it's a madness. It's a mad thing. You never really take in how much of these players leave. Like, we always talk about players leaving, but we got rid of a lot of those players. We got rid of them. Like, we didn't ship them out for cheap. We got rid of some of these guys for good money, like Theo, Alex. How many of these guys did we get money for?
Not a lot of them. Not a lot of them.
Okay, let's go for Koscielny. Did we get money for him?
Free. I think Sanogo was for free as well.
Jeff Rene Adelaide, peanuts. Giroud, we got 20 million. Willock, we got 20 million.
Walcott, I can't remember what we got for it.
These 3 we got a lot of money for. Willock, Iwobi, and Giroud. We got a lot of money for them. Oxlade-Chamberlain, we got money for. Martinez, we got money for.
I think Gabriel, we got about, what was it like?
Look at this whole side. We got 6 for him, remember?
Sanchez, free.
This whole side's terrible. We let all of them leave.
I remember that Ospina one when we let him go and trying to negotiate money for him, and I think they just said, "Listen, basically just take what we're giving."
Yeah, arguably the best players on this list we let go for free. Alexis Sanchez and Aaron Ramsey.
Yeah.
Did we get anything in return for him, Lucas Perez?
I can't remember.
We cut our losses, and we just, you know what?
I think we did, but it was nothing near what we paid for him.
Yeah, we paid 18 for him at the time. No, that was embarrassing, bro. That was embarrassing. That was a good little experiment. Now that segues us right into this. Me and you've been mentioning this for a while. We lost a lot of players, and we never really replaced the midfield players that we've had over the years. These are 3 players, for example, that if they were in the Arsenal team at the peak of their powers right now, we could use their creativity.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And what are we gonna do, bro? This club never replaces the players they need. When we need defenders, we don't get defenders. When we need strikers, we don't get strikers. And now we need midfielders. Do you see us going out and getting the 2 guys we need?
I can't see us trying to get both, even though I would like that. And it's the odds of us actually pulling off the Szoboszlai deal. I'm not confident at all. With the clubs that are being linked with him, where you better be singing something very nice in his ears. You got to persuade him, but I don't see that happening, honestly. You got the likes of Bayern Munich now, who's apparently interested. So You know how the story goes.
Yeah. The moment Bayern Munich come knocking, you go running. Okay, but Kesh, what did we do to replace these guys that we had at the time, if you recall? Because I don't remember. I don't remember doing anything to try to replace any of them.
Wilshere, did we not get? Did we not get Guendouzi in?
Guendouzi, yeah, we did get Guendouzi.
Guendouzi in. I think we got Torreira in as well, didn't we?
Torreira was to almost replace Coquelin. We never replaced Coquelin. And we let Lenny go on a free loan for a while.
Ramsey, we didn't replace him.
Ramsey Willock was supposed to replace him.
Ian Ozil as well. Yeah.
Ozil. Yeah, Brandon's in the house. Brandon, what's going on, Brandon?
How you doing? All right.
What's up, man? You all right?
Chilling, man. If you seen what we're looking at, did you see the Instagram picture that I was talking about earlier today? There was an Instagram picture that was showing us how many players we actually moved out from 2016 till now.
Right.
We moved out so many players, it's absolutely ridiculous. I think from the picture that we looked at, only like 5 players are still at the club. Okay, I'm gonna pull this picture up right now, and it's gonna bring back some memories. They might not be great, but just brace yourself. Crazy, right? So in this picture, I'm just trying to show you guys how much the team has changed since 2016.
So who have we actually got left from this picture then?
Bellerin.
Yeah.
From this whole right-hand side, only person left is Bellerin. From the left-hand side, you have Rob Holding and Xhaka.
All players that shouldn't be playing at this football club.
Mm-hmm.
You really think so? All 3 of them?
All 3 of them, yeah.
Okay, and then also Elneny is still in the squad, but he didn't show up for this Christmas party. And Ozil is still at the squad, and he didn't show up to his Christmas party.
Same for them too as well. Genuinely speaking, if you want to be back in the Champions League and winning titles again, these players ain't good enough to be in this team.
Yeah,
it is quite as simple as that. I mean, did you see? I put out a video on my channel earlier, right?
Yeah.
Did you see Hector Bellerin's statement that he made?
Yeah.
Before the Leeds game.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah.
We're learning to suffer.
It's the second time he said something like that in the Liverpool game. Like he goes into these games as with a defeatist mentality.
Exactly. The mentality from these players, especially Bellerin, it's not good enough for a big club. You can't be going into games like against Leeds and that scared of the opposition. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want me to get his exact words? So because I think what he said was, we're learning to suffer under Arteta or something like that during these tough times. Something crazy like that. What was it exactly? Okay, I got it. Okay. Here we go. If you can see what he said. He said, we look really solid. Obviously, they created chances, but the team responded very well. Both teams had chances. We go home with the draw, and it's one of those games where we need to forget about it and move on to the next one because we have a busy schedule coming up. And then next thing he says is, I'm not someone who's gets happy with the draw, but take into consideration the opponents and the fact that we had 10 men. I'm happy we did not concede and are still looking solid. Okay, that's not what you meant it, right?
No, there was a different quote, but
I think I got it
after
here.
the game?
Channel earlier.
I think I got it. Hold on. Got it somewhere.
Okay.
Here it is. He says, I don't know if people at home realise how difficult it is to play against a team like this. They know how they want to play. They literally don't rest until the whole game. For us, it's a challenge. Then it goes into further deals. Where is it? Hold on.
Yeah, that was basically the quote that I put out earlier as well.
Yeah.
And for me, what he's saying there is basically, well, people at home don't know how difficult it is to play against a team like this.
Yeah.
And I sort of went, well, what, a team that's just been promoted to the Premier League? Is you're telling me you don't know how to play, how difficult it is to play against a team like that?
Mm-hmm.
A team that we should be beating, in truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the defeatist mentality, really. And I can't understand why, and this isn't just Mikel Arteta either. I can't understand why these previous managers as well, before Arteta, have persisted with him, because he's not got the right mentality, and I just genuinely don't think he's good enough for the football club.
No, but remember when we got Lichtsteiner, people were so ready to give up on him that they were even willing to put Lichtsteiner in, and quickly we realized he was not at the level of Arsenal either. So it's like, what are we gonna do? We need, if we're gonna get rid of him, we need to buy a better replacement.
But I think we've already got his replacement there, and I know it's not his. Yeah, it is Ainsley, and I know it's not his natural position. It's probably not his preferred position. But whenever I watch Ainsley Maitland-Niles play at right back, he looks so much better than Hector Bellerin. He can have a poor game and he still looks better than Bellerin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just think as a big club, you just gotta replace him.
Yeah. I mean, even like, for example, Cedric, a signing that Mikel Arteta has made, and we haven't really seen much of him. And when he was playing at Southampton, he was a half decent player. Now, I don't know why he isn't getting the opportunity. Who knows? But
yeah,
I'd even rather see him over Hector Bellerin.
You know what? The striker situation, I would rather see this kid than a lot of the strikers that we have. What do you think about Balogun? Contract situation with Balogun. Everyone's talking about it. It looks like he could be featuring in tomorrow's game. It looks like he's on the plane. This is good news. And I know we shouldn't be getting stuck in on a little kid getting some game time. But honestly, if he signs the deal, I'll be happy.
I think there's a possibility he might be signing, because I think I saw an article earlier today saying Eddie Nketiah is considering his options or something like that. So if I put 2 and 2 together, they're thinking, well, we might as well sign this kid up to a new deal, because in my opinion, I feel he's better than Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah, no, 100%. What about you, Brendan? What do you think about Balogun?
I'll be honest with you. I haven't really seen much of him, to be fair. But like Kesh basically just said there, I don't think Eddie Nketiah is good enough for Arsenal anyway. You know, I don't think he's at the level. I know he's a young kid and that, but you know, whenever he plays, he works hard. I'll give him that, but you got to do more than that when you're playing for a big club. So,
yeah, no, I think Eddie. The thing about Eddie for me is I feel like he's going to be a late bloomer, because I almost that's just the sense that I get from him. The way his movement is good, but everything else, I feel like his body, he's just not his body's not a body of a person who can play at the Premier League level right now. He's still too small. It's kind of like Ryan Brewster. I feel like Ryan Brewster and Eddie Nketiah are both the same in the way that their bodies are not developed enough to play at the top level.
I don't think it's necessarily to do with physicality. I think it's just the sort of striker he is and the level that he's at. It's just not his level. Like, there's nothing that he shows me where I can see a talent that blows me away. Like, you see the likes of Mason Greenwood, you see from the likes of Martinelli. There's nothing there's nothing that he's showing me on the pitch that displays that or give me any belief that he's going to go on.
What about his England stats as a under 21? Because in his age group, he's one of the best strikers.
I understand that. He is a goal scorer. He's a goal scorer, but that's people supplying it for him.
And again, England under 21s is a totally different level to the England first team national team.
Yeah, but Eddie Nketiah, yes, he was too small for the Chelsea team, but we talk about Balogun. and his academy statistics, but his academy statistics are not really something to be proud of. He hasn't really done much. Eddie and Nketiah has been doing it for under 18s,
But I'm not looking
under
at goals.
19s.
See, that's the thing though. We're looking at stats. That's what we're looking at, and stats
Yeah.
can deceive you. If you watch both of their games, you will see who's got more ability, who's got more to their game, who's one-dimensional from who's can mix it up and play different ways. And Balogun, for me, he's got that.
Yeah, Balogun did score 25 goals in the under 18s. Forget about stats. You're right. When you look at the two players, Balogun's taller, right?
Mm-hmm.
Physicality-wise, you don't have to. You don't really worry about that. Why is it that he hasn't gotten a chance? Is it just because the people in front of him?
It is. That's one of the reasons, and it's the thing where players can get lost in the academy. You see it happen at numerous clubs. Like if you look at Reece James and Tariq Lamptey, yeah, it's just a situation where James broke through first, and now Lamptey was coming through, and he got lost, and Chelsea just made that decision that we're going to move him on. So it's a thing where it could have been Balogun the other way around if it was probably the same age group, but it's just like there wasn't. It's the same as like Akpom. When Akpom came through, I said Nketiah is going to move him on because Nketiah was a better player. But there's always someone better than you coming through the academy, so you've got to be on your toes and show it once you get your opportunity.
Chuba Akpom right now is still not looking any better than Eddie Nketiah. They're both the same level, in my opinion. Chuba Akpom has still not proven anything, even though he's gone away. The thing that we worry about as fans is if they leave and they show they've got something about themselves. Are you worried if Eddie leaves?
No, I'm never worried. I'm not worried because if he goes on and be an exceptional player, then it's down to you to go and pay his value to get him back.
Okay. I was gonna move it on from Eddie and Balogun. Anyways, Balogun signing the thing would be nice, but at the end of the day, as a club, we shouldn't be worrying about academy players signing their deals. We shouldn't depend on that. And I know, Brendan, you're probably gonna go there, right?
Go where?
Talking about, okay, so moving on to something more depressing. Xhaka has rejected a deal to Inter Milan. He said we were offered an opportunity for him to go to Inter and for us to get Eriksen in return, and he's rejected the deal to go to Inter Milan.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Lack of ambition, comfortability.
Can you blame him really? I mean, if you really think about it, Inter Milan are not going to pay him anywhere near what Arsenal pay, and that's half of our issue at this club. We pay average players extremely high wages, and then we wonder why we can't get rid of them. But he's definitely a player that needs to go in the summer because he's another one with a bottle job mentality.
Yeah. And the thing is, the easiest way to get rid of a player is you buy a better player and force him to the bench. That's the easiest way to do it. But he knows he's going to get games because, let's face it, there's not many better players in his position at this club. As average as he is.
You know, I still come to the defense of Xhaka because one thing he's good at collecting the possession. If we have possession, when we do have possession, he's good at recycling it. What
is collecting possession when the first thing you do when you get it is pass back to the centre back?
He does make a lot of progressive passes to the left.
Only when he's receiving the ball facing the opposition. But in terms of a centre mid and taking the ball with your back facing the play, he's not good at it, and that's where he lacks. So
he's very one-footed. He's very left-footed. He can only receive the ball on one side, and teams have worked that out anyway. And he's very slow with transitioning, and he tends to get caught on the ball quite a lot.
Yeah.
You know, he's not suited to the league.
He's not dynamic. It's like Per Mertesacker, as much as I respect that player, yeah, he would have been a lot better suited to the Italian league. At times, He just wasn't dynamic enough. He couldn't move quick enough. And it's the same with Xhaka in his position. But the only thing that helped permanent Xhaka is that he's in the last line of defense, and his anticipation was very good. He can read the game. Granit Xhaka now being slow and not dynamic, he doesn't read the game quite well.
No, and with the way Mikel Arteta, well, at the moment, wants to play, it's definitely not suited to a player like Granit Xhaka.
Definitely not.
Like you said, Egal, you know, Xhaka's all right if we're in possession of the ball 90% of the time, but the way Arteta's got us playing at the moment, he's not the man for that midfield at all.
Okay, so at this point, Granit Xhaka, how do you see him leaving the club? Do you see him as another guy that we just have to wait until his contract runs down? Because I feel like there's a market for him. It's just, will he want to leave?
You just got to be ruthless. There's wanting a player to leave and giving them the option to leave. And I feel like we're giving them the option to leave rather than telling them, listen, you're not good enough and we want to go in a different direction.
Like we did with Adebayo.
Yeah, literally like that. Sometimes you got to tell the player, listen, you're not in my plan. Like, there's this, that club wants you. There's a choice. You make the pick.
Yeah, see, this is the other problem as well. Like, I don't think he's, how do I put it? I think he is in Mikel Arteta's plans, because when Mikel Arteta came in, the first thing that he said was, well, he basically convinced Granit Xhaka to stay at the club.
But I feel that's by force. I feel that's by force.
I don't know, really, because if you think about it, he was ready to go to Hertha Berlin. We would have got a bit of money for him.
But the thing is, it's how much they're offering, though. Because if you look at the likes of Ainsley was out the door. But I don't feel anyone at this club actually wants Ainsley. I feel it's just that they thought they were receiving too little of a fee for him, which was 15 mil, and that was based on how much he had left on his contract. So I feel the idea was to just renew his contract. Therefore, you can command a higher fee for him, and I feel that's what they wanted to do with Xhaka.
But then at the same time, like with Ainsley, for example, we could have took that £20 million that Wolves were offering and invested it in places. You know, maybe that £20 million would have been what we needed to get the Aouar deal done.
I get it. I totally agree. It's the same.
And instead we've kept him, and now he's not
playing
figuring in the team at all. So it makes no sense.
No, I agree. It's just that, I don't know. People are just not making clear decisions for me.
Ah, man. For me, Granit Xhaka, I think he would really suit Italy and the pace of the game, because with a man, when he has time on the ball and he's not being rushed into a decision, he can pick out passes. So should any top footballer, but he does have a passing range that is really good.
Oh wow!
And in Italy, he would do well. What's up? No, this guy's a troll. Don't even listen to him. This guy's a troll. He's been trolling me all day, even in my past stream. Yeah. So Granit Xhaka was the first topic. Closing statements before we get on to Eriksen. Granit Xhaka, is he upgrade? Is he a downgrade? Or I mean, Eriksen's a big upgrade to Granit Xhaka, obviously. But will we miss Granit Xhaka if we go for more attacking players?
I don't think we will. I don't think we will.
What does he offer us, really?
Yeah.
Oh
wow, it's like that.
What does he offer?
I think it is.
Name me something positive that Xhaka offers us.
Honestly, he touches the ball the most. He touches the ball the most.
What does that mean, though? You can touch the ball. You can get loads of touch on the ball. The best players get the most touch on the ball, but it's what they do with it. What is he actually doing with this ball when he gets it?
Not much.
There you go. So it's not a loss.
But you don't miss him. You won't miss him at all.
I would not miss him. I genuinely would not.
There isn't anything else that he offers us. Like, maybe some people might say that he offers a little bit of leadership on the pitch, but I don't even see that from them either.
I don't see that.
So I think you're better off getting money for him. We've got Thomas Partey now. and then you build the base of the midfield with Thomas Partey at the base, and then sort of go from there.
Yeah.
Okay. What about this guy? I feel like he's on his decline. I feel like if we get him, he would only be coming here for a paycheck. And also, I don't like how he left Spurs, because if he did that to a team that he was at for so long, what makes you think he's going to come to Arsenal and have any loyalty?
True. Ideally, I would not want him. Ideally, I would not.
No, I don't want him on.
It's just that we're so stuck for choices right now with the way our recruitment is run. And it's like, I'll take something, just something with a bit more attacking flair, a bit more forward thinking. But it's not necessarily because that's my heart that wants that. It's just my head thinking, okay, maybe we can get someone in there who's a lot more better with the ball at their feet and see if we can change the dynamic of our season. But ideally, there's better options out there.
Yeah, see, I don't want him either. I mean, how old is Eriksen?
28. They're both the same age.
28. So, knowing Arsenal will sign him to, I don't know, a 3-4 year deal.
Forget it. Yeah, no, I definitely wouldn't want that.
And by the time he's, 31, 32, you've got no resale value at all. Like you just said, Egal, I think he's on the decline as well.
Yeah.
And not only that, I don't think he would come to Arsenal anyway.
Yeah,
He's got ties to Tottenham.
I think he said that, to be fair. I think that's why he rejected it anyway. But
and if it was me, I would go for a younger player. I would actually genuinely take a look at teams down in the Championship. I really would.
We're gonna get into teams and the players we get into. So it's all a no on Eriksen.
If it's my last option, I'll take him. But I don't feel like, I've read that he's like 4th on the list. So I don't think it's gonna happen anyway.
Okay, and then the final thing that I wanted to get into today, I feel like we're gonna get through we got through those questions quickly. So I did a little lineup thing. I feel like if we could have our ideal back four with goalkeeper currently, it would be this, correct? Ainsley Maitland-Niles, right back, Saliba, Gabriel, Kieran Tierney. Correct?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Now, in a make-believe world, if we could get both Dominik and Aouar, how would we fit them in the team?
Exactly how you've just done there.
Yeah?
Exactly how you've just done there. Play with a 4-3-3.
Okay. And
then
who's
Dominik
playing
on the
up
other
top?
side, though?
Who's playing up top?
Top.
Is it Saka and Martinelli?
For me, I would.
Yeah, for me as well.
I'm putting Martinelli on the left and Saka on the right.
Okay. With Gabi and Saka. And both Willian, Lacazette, and Aubameyang. I mean, Willian, Lacazette, and Pepe are all on the bench.
So there should be.
I would actually sell Lacazette.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I would sell Lacazette. I think
why is it so easy for us to pick these teams, though? 1 second, before we get back to selling Lacazette. Why is it so easy for us to make these make-believe lineups and always know our best lineups, but it always takes the manager like 3 to 4 games before he even plays the lineup that we've been screaming out for?
Mate, that's something you got to ask the man himself.
Exactly. I'll be honest with you. How long's Mikel Arteta been in the job for now? A year? Just under?
No, not yet. Under a year. It's been 11 months.
I don't actually think I've seen him play our strongest 11 once.
But that's loads of managers, though. Emery struggled to do that.
Yeah, that is loads of managers.
Anyone knows how to get the balance with the personnel we've got. I don't think they know how to get the balance right in a starting 11 with them. It's all just second guessing. Let's try this, see if this works. But it's not working.
Do you know what I'd like to see, right? Yeah. I'd like to see him try this. I know he probably, let's be honest, I don't think he will.
Okay.
But I would like to see how it would work if you played Pepe on the right, Lacazette up front, Aubameyang on the left, and then played Saka in the 10. and then you had a midfield base of, say, Partey and Ceballos, or Partey and Xhaka, just to see how that would work out.
Like this?
Yeah, because I think that would bring it as more attacking fluidity than what we're getting at the team at the moment.
But then, aren't you worried about all this space? Because we know Partey by himself cannot fill all this space, and Xhaka is super slow. So maybe the reason why he's doing this, because let's be honest, Saliba's not going to play. So who's going to be the center back?
For me, yeah, in an ideal world, because I know a lot of fans see Partey as the most defensive midfielder that's going to be in there next to a Aouar, for instance. But for me, I would actually get someone who can sit and just destroy the play. I don't see Partey as my single pivot. I see him as a person who can go forward and cause damage.
So you would leave Saka, you leave Aubameyang, you're moving Lacazette out, and you're bringing in a DM?
I'm bringing in a DM.
Okay, so who are you bringing in?
That's for the scouts. That's for the scouts. That's for the recruitment team to go find. Like, there's a guy at Southampton that they recently signed, and I've watched him probably over the last, probably saying 9 months, and I thought this guy's got something. And his name's Ibrahim Darlow. His brother plays for PSG, and he's just moved to Southampton now. And he's a little nifty player. He gets about the pitch and he tries and break up play. And I feel that's what Arsenal's probably missing, because I feel if we're relying on playing Partey in a double pivot with someone else, for instance, and expecting him to always be there and defend, I feel we're taking something away from his game rather than adding something to his game. So I feel if you get the single pivot and you let Partey and, say, for instance, Aouar go and create, I feel they'll flourish like that.
Okay, what about just to throw one out there? I know it's probably not going to happen because he's just recently signed for another club. Mm-hmm. But what about if you take Xhaka out of that team?
Okay.
Yeah. Play Saka in the 10, like I originally said.
Okay.
With Lacazette up front, Aubameyang on the left.
Okay.
And then sit a player like Decore, for example, next
He's already
to
at Everton now.
That would have been. I said that would have been a monstrous pass, mate.
Because they're both players that can go, like you say, they can do the defensive work, but they can do damage going forward as well.
It's just that communication between them both. Whoever goes, whoever sits. Yeah, that's the way it should be. Okay,
so how about, since Decore is at Everton, let's talk about
Samori.
Samori
for me.
Honestly, we're not scouts, obviously, but I hate when people act like scouts. I'll tell you this: from the people from what I've heard, Arsenal being linked to, we haven't been linked to Samori since we signed Partey.
Yeah, no, since we signed Partey, yeah.
So I don't think we're looking at him. Who we have looked at, it's kind of flatters to deceive, guys. We've been linked to the likes of Bendia. But would he play next to him? And we've been linked to, you know who we have been linked to? A realistic link? Douglas Luiz.
That could work.
Yeah, Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? He was highly rated at Man City. They only let him go because Aston Villa were looking to buy him.
Yeah.
We're unlucky. We don't have kids coming through that are the quality of these guys at Man City nowadays. Man City, as much as they spend money on their top players, they have a lot of youngsters coming through that would start for us.
Yeah.
Here's another one for you.
A lot of their players are not. They're starting to do what Chelsea does. A lot of them are coming from abroad.
Here's another one for you. Just as another option there. How about take Douglas Luiz out and put Ainsley Maitland-Niles next to Thomas Partey?
Someone said that the other day.
And then go and buy a proper right back like Max Aarons, for example, from Norwich.
The only thing I'll say about that though, Ainsley his characteristics, yeah, like he's so laid back, and I feel that's why he didn't make it as a centre mid. Because at times you'll see him and you'll be so relaxed. It's not that I don't think he's doing it on purpose. That's just who he is as a person. And he's so laid back, he will do it like a laxy daisy pass. So it depends on if you can get that out of his game. Because you can't do that in centre mid.
Okay, so in this team, I would prefer Xhaka to play on the left, okay? And I would prefer to buy either an Aouar or a Dominik Szoboszlai and have a front three of Gabriel, Xhaka on the right, actually, and Gabby on the left. What am I doing? So what do you think about if we're gonna build for the future, guys, why don't we just do this? And if you want to put Aubameyang on the left, play Gabby up top and put Aubameyang on the left. Because Gabriel and Aubameyang can rotate.
I generally don't feel that Aubameyang will be pushed to the middle. Even though I want him to. I feel you're more likely to see a Gabby out there than Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Gabriel works hard too. His pressing is relentless. You know when they say mentality monsters at Liverpool?
Yeah.
He is like a Mane. You guys seen him pressing games when we weren't even needing a goal anymore. Like West Ham, we were up comfortable. He was still going crazy. They had to sub him out. He was gonna hurt himself. So now, realistically, in the January window, can you see us signing Dominik Szoboszlai or any of those guys? Oh,
I think we're gonna make an attempt. It's just whether we can pull it. It's just whether we can pull it off.
I fixed my lights now. It's a little brighter.
There you go. And you shaved, so you look a lot younger.
Yeah, okay. No, I was gonna put a name on there, right back. That Lucas Klosterman from RB Leipzig. I think he's in for a good shout because he's a solid player. He can also play at centre back because this season for RB Leipzig he was playing centre back.
Yeah, I rate him as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just that I've never seen him play in actual back four though. Like he's more of a flying wing back.
There was a Liverpool fan who wanted to come on because if you guys remember, I got into a fight with him on the football terrace. He's saying you're not going to do nothing this season. You're going to finish top 10. He's Pakistani guy. If he comes on, he comes on. But these guys, the one thing they always get at us is because we couldn't score goals. Now, I mean, we couldn't defend. Now we can't score goals. Do you feel like it's better now defensively because we focus so much on the defense that if we were able to maybe get some more balance throughout the team, we would then be able to score more goals and we'd be a complete team, just like Manchester United? I would take them as an example. They were in this situation where they couldn't score goals, but their defense looked good last season. Bruno came in. Now they can score goals. They're beating teams 3-4-0 in the Champions League.
Yeah, I remember. It weren't as bad as this, but I remember Man United fans complaining, saying there's no one to unlock defenses and things like that. So
we just need someone. You need that inspiration, that team, someone that can grasp the moment. Like some of the players did. Do you remember like Cazorla? Sometimes when they're down, we just need that moment of magic, and that's what Cazorla.
I would genuinely take Cazorla back right now.
Yeah, he's balling out.
I genuinely would.
I think he won the La Liga Team of the Year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't be serious, guys. Let's realize the guy was his legs were gone when he
was. He hasn't had any injuries since, bro.
His legs weren't gone. That was just a freak injury. Like
1 in 100 chance of that happening.
And then even after that, he came back and he balled out. So you can't take away his talent. His talent will always be there. The talent is football.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you guys a serious question. Is Leno of the quality of a goalkeeper to win us the league?
No, but I see his top 4 quality to get us into the top 4.
Yeah, you can get top 4.
But league title quality, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. Is Bellerin, Cedric, or Ainsley good enough, do you think? Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I used to throw banter about us Reece James being a nobody knows. But you know what? I can't lie no more. Reece James Chilwell is better than us. Then you got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw. It's not really great, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a better defender than any of our right backs.
Yeah.
Tierney's
Oh.
still better than Luke Shaw, in my opinion. I don't care what.
Yeah, 100%.
But then
Yeah.
Alex Telles, they keep going about Alex Telles. If we compare ourselves to our opponents, I'm not gonna lie to you, Spurs, they replaced Davis and what do you call it, and Trippier and all these guys quite easily.
Yeah.
Why is it we can't do that?
You know, one thing I see, could you pull up transfer markets 2021 free agents? Because I just want to see who's on there. Transfer market.
Free agents, bro. Does anybody here want a free agent?
I mean, David, there's so many good players in free agency next summer. So obviously, I mean, there's no price tag and no negotiating with the club. You just go directly to the player. And this is like, who did we get on a free? If I can't, not Willian, except from Willian, someone before that.
To me, what you pay for is what you get. And if we get free players, we shouldn't be shocked if we get poor players.
Even though we paid 8 mil for him, but
basically free transfer. No, but this David Alaba's on a free transfer next summer, and you can't really see he's a cheap player.
You guys want David Luiz past next season, or because I can see him staying until.
No, he's gone.
Yeah, he's out of the door.
Sam, did you just say David Alaba is on a free?
Yeah, he's going to free agency next summer, and he's available in January. It all depends on where we finish.
Why would you go to us over Chelsea?
We ain't getting him.
Yeah, true. But sometimes money talks.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Guess who the top 5 rumors are? One of them is Arsenal, obviously. We've mentioned his name numerous times today.
Szoboszlai.
Of course. Dominik Szoboszlai. Dan James to Everton. Then you got what is that? Inter Miami, Olivier Giroud. Why would he do that?
He wants to leave, innit? He needs to be in the Euros.
Why would he go to Inter Miami? That makes no sense.
Did
you guys take Giroud back?
Nah.
Go on free agent since say 2021 summer at the bottom.
Do you know, my only issue with this whole Szoboszlai thing?
No, there's nothing there.
As much of a quality player as he might well be, he might need time to settle. He might need time to settle into the league again.
Mm-hmm.
And if he needs time to settle into the league, don't expect him to be our saviour for this season.
No, I don't.
I think he's a look on streaming right now.
I don't think I ever expected him to be. I never expected him to be a savior, or even expect him to be a major factor in the second half of the season. To me, the only savior we can hope for is a January window signing of the likes of a Bruno to have that type of impact. Unless we get ourselves somebody who can make an impact immediately and hit the ground running, we're not gonna be able to salvage the season. A lot of people are saying the season's written off. To me, the season's not written off, guys. To me, we can still challenge for the Europa League, and the top 4 is still possible no matter what anybody says.
But I don't feel one player does that though. We're not in the situation that Man United was in, where they had quality players to just bring Bruno in to knit it all together. We're far away from that.
Can I throw another player into the mix as well?
Yeah.
What about? And I mean, this is not obviously going to happen in January because he's currently on loan at the moment. But what about Ross Barkley? He's doing bits at Aston Villa. He could be someone who could come in and have a bit of a.
Jack Wilshere on a free.
The problem with Jack Wilshere is he's always injured, and that's
pay as you play. Pay as you play, Jack Wilshere.
But we need somebody who's going to be consistently in the team.
Going to be there throughout the rest of the season, yeah.
Exactly. Whereas, like I said, with Ross Barkley, he's absolutely tearing it up at Aston Villa at the moment. And the best thing about him as well is if you get him, you could probably get him at a decent price.
No, Chelsea.
Chelsea. Marino is not letting him come to Arsenal. It's on the cheap.
Yeah, maybe, but he doesn't need time to settle into the league as well. So he's pretty much going to hit the ground running. Whereas it's like Szoboszlai and all that. I don't know. I'm unsure about him because I just think that they'll need time to settle.
So let's make the team that we think could get into the top 4 from our best team on the pitch. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, David Luiz, Gabriel, Kieran Tierney. Are we taking David Luiz out and putting in Saliba?
Saliba's not ready yet. It depends what year are you seeing for the title challenge.
No, I'm
saying-
not
No,
saying
let's
title
talk about
challenge. I'm
title
saying
challenge.
right now, strongest team we could put out on the pitch. Is it David Luiz or Gabriel? I mean Saliba.
The problem is we've not seen anything of Saliba in an Arsenal shirt, so we can't say whether he's going to be better than David Luiz or not. That's
But
the
what
problem.
we have seen is his teammate Fofana, who was touted less than him, killing it for Leicester.
But that doesn't also mean that Saliba's going to do bits for us, though. That's the problem. So for now, I would keep David Luiz in there because he's the only other real player that we've got, I think.
JR, Fizzy's in the house. JR, what's going on?
What's up, boys? How's
JR,
everyone doing?
we're in a predicament. We're trying to fix Arsenal, right? And
I'll put the link on a chat there.
The predicament is we're trying to figure out what our best team is going forward, and if we could sign a player, who we'd sign. And we were talking about everyone was mentioning who they would play in the defense and in the midfield, and we settled with a front three of. We've tinkered with it a lot. We put Lacazette in the 9, but we've also put Gabriel in the 10. In the 9 and in the 7, all over the place. But right now, if you were to jump in and just mess with our team, what would you do? Would you get rid of Bellerin, Ainsley, get a right back? Would you get another midfielder? We already know we're missing a 10, so we kept that blank.
Yeah.
If you see the people going contract expiring in 2021, there's a lot of good players that will easily get into our team that we are capable of getting. So there's a lot of players. If I pull up the link,
One second. I'm gonna get it. You can share screen it yourself. I'll just add it on. But for now, JR, what are you saying? Everyone here, we've already mentioned a lot of players. We've mentioned Decore. We've mentioned Samara. Who else did we mention? Douglas Luiz.
Douglas Luiz.
Am I missing somebody?
I would say that John McGinn at Aston Villa as well.
Ross Barkley we talked about too. John McGinn.
Yeah, I would say John McGinn.
We've mentioned the whole Aston Villa midfield. That just goes to show you how good their midfield is.
Their midfield is better than ours, though. There is.
Their midfield is one of the best in the league.
Yeah, apart from Partey.
What I will say, a big factor of that is down to Grealish, though.
Yeah, 100%. He makes them tick. He makes them tick tenfold.
Okay,
so I agree with
getting
that.
back into the team, is it possible, guys, we can get both Dominik Szoboszlai or Aouar?
That's a good shout, that one. Wijnaldum.
Yeah,
next to Partey.
Wijnaldum? You think he'd leave Liverpool to come to us, though?
He's on a free.
Oh, swear down.
His contract.
Yeah, I mean, he's better than what we've got right now. I'll take him, bro.
Take him, bribe him, do whatever you need to do, get him. No, seriously, I don't understand. I see a lot of hate for Wijnaldum, and I don't get it. I rate him.
You know what it is Wijnaldum? It's his output. That's
yeah. We're stuck in this stats-based world where it's like, if the guy doesn't score an assist, oh my god, that midfielder is crap. 0 goals, 0 assists in 2 months, blah blah blah.
I don't think it's necessarily that. I feel it's just that when they look at the rest of the Liverpool,
and what they're playing, I get it.
They feel they can put an upgrade on him. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think
also,
him next to a Partey would work.
100%.
You see, because Rui Puig's contract's expiring next summer as well. He's a really great player.
Wait,
but
who?
Yo, we missed out.
Puig.
We missed out on that kid. The American kid.
Sergio Dest. He's gone. He scored today, didn't he?
Yeah.
We missed on Sergio Dest. Not only Sergio Dest, but we also missed on the other guy, the one at Dortmund. Reina. He signed a new deal.
Oh, really?
Okay, so he's out the window now. Now, question, guys. We're gonna hear these guys' names. They're the new Benzema. They're the new Julian Drexler. This is what it's gonna be for the next 3 windows. Okay, and we're gonna hear Dominik Szoboszlai and Houssem Aouar's name. And guess what? Kesh and us, we were talking about it earlier. Houssem Aouar is being linked to Juventus, Man City, and Dominik Szoboszlai is being linked to none other than the cheap super giants, Bayern. So, what are we gonna lose both of them?
It's a possibility.
Possibility, mate.
There is a possibility. at this moment in time, the only thing that we could offer more than those kind of clubs is
Playing,
money.
guaranteed. Not even that, guaranteed playing time. Yeah.
Guaranteed playing time and money. Because you can imagine Bayern and Juve, they ain't mugs in the transfer market. I mean, to be fair, Juve have done a few like dodgy deals with like Aaron Ramsey and that, but then it's like on a free contract. But in terms of like wages wise, like Bayern and Juve aren't really notorious for giving out stupidly high wages, which is why they're so well run, because they never usually give out those crazy wages. So we can offer wages, and like Kes said, we can offer playing time guaranteed. That's the only things we have, because we don't really have, I wouldn't say we're competing for much, to be honest. So we can't really offer that. We can't offer them we have a history to offer, I guess. So yeah.
Guys,
if you guys had to pick one of the players though, either Szoboszlai or Aouar, which one would you go and get?
Szoboszlai.
To me, every single time I see Szoboszlai play, I pick him. But I can't forget that Aouar's been doing it for longer.
It's you know what it is? It's that wild factor we're missing.
Yeah, man. Szoboszlai, he's just unpredictable. When you watch him, right? Like Aouar, like he looks fancy, like he looks good and stuff like that. But it's like I feel like you can find another player who does those kind of things in the Spanish league. The way he moves, like the way he carries the ball and things like that. Yeah. But with Szoboszlai, like he just looks like a guy who would just take responsibility on the field, and I like that. Like that goal, that goal,
and his set pieces.
Yeah, and he's got bad boy set pieces. Yeah, he has that like raw confidence. Yeah, like Grealish. Like Grealish picks up the ball, thinking, "Give me the ball. I want to try and do something." Yeah. And Szoboszlai gives off that vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can't control the midfield right now, but. Would you say we have the back four that we need to get us where we want to get to right now, and the attack that we need besides the striker position, because that's a mess. We don't know who's going to play striker.
I think we're at right back. I'd play Ainsley. I've been saying that for time, but I don't think Arteta will, because he's got favoritism towards Bellerin.
You know why? Bellerin was first game.
Yeah, wasn't that story? Yeah, when Bellerin came, like he stayed at Arteta's and all this. Like he's got
His first time he subbed into the pitch was for
yeah.
Arteta.
So I don't get the whole Ainsley thing. I don't get what we're doing with him, anyways. In terms of David Luiz, long term, I mean for the short term, he's been cool. But yeah, you're typing in Saliba, and for me, I just want to see, like, do you know what? It's just getting to a point now where it's like,
let us see at least.
Is he that bad? Like,
let us see.
On a serious level, right? You've signed the kid for £30 million, yeah? His partner who was with him has gone to Leicester, and he's just been chucked in, right? Whatever. Mm-hmm. And I understand, to be fair, Leicester have a much more stable team and a much more stable situation right now, which is a better environment to be just thrown into than obviously Saliba here, right? Because we're a mess, like from in all sorts of areas. But it's just getting to a point now where it's like, is he really as bad as Mustafi, David Luiz, Holding, and all of these guys? Like, is he that level? If he is, then cool, I understand it. But you've signed the guy for 30 million. Like, he needs. I'm sorry, I need to see him play. You need to see him play.
Did you guys hear what Troop said today? Troop said today, I'm letting everybody know I'm giving Arteta 5 games. If in those 5 games we don't win 2 out of those, if we don't win 3 out of those 5, I'm Arteta.
Yeah, but that's with context though, because we could scrape 3 games, and then according to his, I'll give him 5 games. He's won 3 games, so you have to give him time. It's all about context. The thing is, we're in such a extreme climate, where everyone's like, you have to be completely on Arteta out, hound him to the death, or you have to support his plans 100% and agree with every single decision he's making. And it's like, it's not like that. Football is just not like that. Football is a lot in that grey area. Like, there's a lot of things that you can take into consideration. Like for example, like the whole Pepe thing. Yeah, I made the comment on my stream, right? This may sound really, really stupid, but it could be something as simple as this. Pepe could be having an argument with his girlfriend, yeah, like a couple of hours before the game, and could be still like annoyed about that. And then in that moment, he had a hot like rush of blood, and he's like, you know what? Screw this, bang, headbutt. I know it sounds really stupid, but I think a lot of the times we forget that these footballers are not machines; they are humans, isn't it? So sometimes it's a bit like it's difficult to like really get grasp of what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
he says anything
You're
to
right with the whole Pepe thing, but at the same time, like with Nicolas Pepe, you can't come out and say what you said in the press the week before about being sick of being on the bench and then go and do what he did. It's just
and he said anything to him before the incident.
Yo, should we take this question seriously?
I don't know if that's a troll question or I feel like
Troll question, man. Graham Potter.
Graham Potter.
I feel like that's not really Graham Potter that he's asking about.
I know.
What do you think is it?
I'll tell you what, though, he does play good football.
He does. No, do you know what? He's done well at Brighton.
Football, though.
He's done well at Brighton. Huh?
Eddie Howe played good football as well.
That's very true. That's very true. It's very true. Norwich played some good stuff as well, and they got absolutely hammered down.
So if we're gonna be cheap, let's look at some of the free transfers. Memphis Depay.
Look to the left. Look at
Memphis
the guy.
Depay.
Yeah, let's go get him.
I'll take Depay.
I'd take Depay as well.
Seriously.
Was going and Depay was coming in this summer.
Yeah, I heard
Memphis Depay,
stories of
free
that as well.
transfer. Would you take Seven?
No.
Nah, he stopped at the Premier League already.
Would you take
Newcastle?
we were hearing links about Hakim.
Nah.
Yeah.
Milik for Lacazette.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll swap him for Lacazette.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Would we finally put the Julian Drexler stuff?
I can't believe. To be honest, the thing that surprised me is that he's still 27.
Still being linked, bro.
That is ridiculous. How is he still 27? Like he's been there for like 15 years.
No.
Nope. Nah.
Look at the guy below him.
Let's go get Mkhitaryan back.
No, he's gonna go
He's balling.
Did you see his goal?
To show you how shit Italy
Did you see his goal though?
Somebody told me if Jesse Lingard was in this Arsenal team, he'd give us more creativity than Willock.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he would. He would.
He'd give more creativity than Willock.
He would, innit? He would.
He probably would, yeah.
Would you take Josh King?
Nope.
No. Look, you wouldn't pass.
Oh my god! If we go out of our way to sign Jerome Boateng, I'm not on that.
Yeah, I'm not on that.
That's just wasting all the money that we got rid of Mustafi and Socrates.
But this is what I mean. Like, we're that club to do it.
Yeah,
we are, bro. Like, we're stopgap FC, man. Do you know what the worst thing is? Especially centre back, right? This is why, like, you've got Saliba. You've bought him in for 30 M's. What are you gonna do? Just throw him out?
Yo, like, I would take Damari Gray. You know.
Yeah.
I'm still unconvinced by him. He's very hot and cold.
Lucas Vazquez?
No.
Saiss?
Yeah,
no.
Nah, I wouldn't take him. Nah.
Yo, there's really nobody. This is really dead. This is a really dead list.
Johnny Evans.
Yeah, I'll take
Luka Modric.
I'll take Modric at 35.
At 35, we taking Modric. Come on. Man.
Rakitic looked dead last year. I would not touch him.
Nah, we can't, man. We need to move forward, bro.
Anyone on the list surprise you that you take yet?
No, they're all not of the level, I don't think.
That's what I mean.
So this is why it's dangerous to shop in this pool of players.
It seems like to be Arsenal's favorite pool to shop in.
You know what? This guy, I was always saying this guy's a baller.
I'll take him as a backup. Him and Tierney can fight.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
You know, knowing us, we'll play him as a left centre back. Oh, remember the Lundstrom jokes? Guys were saying, "Yo,
bro, that guy was racking up points last season in fantasy."
Yeah, in fantasy, he was killing.
He was doing bits. Will we take Mesut Ozil?
Oh my god, that's the centre back who was linked with the one from Shakhtar, and now he's on a free.
Wait, which one? Who?
Oh, this guy, yeah.
And now he's on a free. Can you imagine that?
Imagine.
Remember, we were linked to him. Yeah, you're right. But you know why we were linked to him? Because he was. Oh, we're linked to this guy too.
Are we?
Yeah. Left winger.
No, I've never heard of him.
The 19-year-old Portuguese Brazilian. We were linked to him. I swear to God.
Oh, there's a surprise. He's
I know.
brilliant.
I did hear. I knew we were linked to
I don't think it's
someone
that one. I don't think
of
it's that
that
one.
ilk, but yeah, I don't know if
I
it's
think
him.
it was a striker was linked to you. Egal.
I swear
it?
to God,
No,
if
it was
it's
a striker.
him, if it's him, this is just gonna make it. This is just gonna make it into a joke.
No,
We're
it's not
always
him.
just trying.
It's not him. I know the one you're talking about. It was a striker.
To be fair, Man United signed 2 of these.
Egal, the best thing you can do, mate, is get the Brazilian squad up.
See who's
chances
available.
are we're going to sign one of them players.
See who's available from there. Get David Luiz to make a quick
Yo,
call.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if our scouting team was playing this on transfer.
Who was linked to Everton, the Brazilian, and we didn't even sign him. So
That Everton. Oh, who's he play for?
he's at
Porto
Benfica now.
Benfica. Yeah, that's it. Benfica.
Oh my God, guys, we've gone for an hour. So what's the final verdict going to be? Is it going to be if we can build
We
the
didn't
team
speak
around?
about the academy products that's traveling.
I'm so silly. I swear we touched on it a little bit. Okay, so let's get into it. So Balogun, Smith Rowe, and Azeez are going to be featuring in the next game, in addition to Runnerson, of course. So those are some of the guys that were highlighted. I did a video on it earlier. So tell me, what do you think about the fact that looks like we're going to give a chance to Azeez, Smith Rowe, and more importantly, Balogun might sign a new contract?
Mate, I've been calling for Azeez and Smith Rowe. So
Ages.
I just want to see them play. I would love for Azeez to line up next to a party. Honestly.
Can't lie, he looks like one of those little ballers in the middle.
I would love for him to line up next to Partey. Honestly,
he has the swag.
He's got that. That's what I'm saying. He's got that swag to him. He's got that look. Like, do you know what I mean? But honestly, Europa League, being in the Europa League is supposed to be one of these advantages where you can put in youth products or academy, like, you know, graduates and whatever. But yeah, we haven't really used much. Smith Rowe, like, didn't Arteta come out and say like he didn't want him to go out on loan because he wanted him to be like part of his plans and that? What's happened to all of that? I don't get it.
Forget about that. What about Ainsley? Makes no sense, bro.
Honestly, he's taken a number one in someone's serial, but I've been saying this for ages.
I don't think the same way. I don't think Pepe is part of Ainsley. Pepe is part of Arteta's plan. I don't think Ainsley is either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna get me in trouble, but I don't care. Ainsley Milanao spoke about Ozil immediately after that press conference. He never played.
Wait, when did he speak about Ozil?
The first Europa League press conference.
Most of the players that have though. Most of them have.
Not the way he spoke about Ozil.
No, but he has played though. He just hasn't started.
He just hasn't started really. Yeah.
How do you do a press conference before a Europa League game and then get benched?
We've been saying that for time. I swear, if you're guaranteed starter if you do a press conference with the manager.
Who did the press conference? Oh, it didn't happen yet. But yo, Brendan, have you heard about Azeez? You probably heard about him around.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about him. I've heard he's quite a decent player. It'd be nice to see what he can do.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Football Manager has cowed us all, thinking like we know a lot about these guys, but I don't know nothing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No,
all I know is
I've seen clips here and there and like a couple games, but
I won't say he's ready to come in and be a main part of the team, but I see his ability, and for me, when I look at him, he's further ahead than the Joe Willock. My opinion.
Really?
Further ahead than Joe Willock, mate. Honestly, if you're talking about a player you can see that they've been coached well.
Yeah.
You watch the academy like games?
Yeah. I've watched them the other day against Ipswich, Crawley, because they're playing the Papa John's Football Trophy, what it's called. Yeah. And obviously, those are the games that you need to watch rather than the under 21s playing under 21s because they're playing against senior men. That's Ipswich first team. Whether they obviously that competition they've got like the players that's on the fringe of the first team. Some first team players will be involved in it. Some youth players. That's how they do it. So you're playing against. It's basically like men's football, basically. So that's where I'm looking to watch them and see. That's where you can find out
if
more
they're
about
at the
them.
level. Yeah, if they're at the
you've
level
got,
to handle it.
McGuinness, that's gone out alone, played against the under 23s for Ipswich as well.
Okay, Brendan, before I cut you off, what were you saying about Azeez?
Azeez, not a lot really. I haven't really heard. Well, I've heard about him, but I don't really know too much about him, to be honest with you. But it'd be nice to see him play, see what he can do. Hopefully, he's a decent player.
Have you guys seen the Europa League team that we registered? We registered almost all the kids.
Yeah,
just so they
except for Saliba.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
No, it's a weird thing. It's not that they're registered; they're on the UEFA B list. The B list is where you can register your academy players. But for Saliba to be eligible for that, I think he would have had to have been an homegrown player. So the ones that are on the B list are homegrown players.
Does he count as a homegrown player?
No, not yet. But that's why they tried to speed it up last season before they loaned him out. They included him in the squad. So after this season, the following season, once he gets through that, he'll be a homegrown player. So you have to be trained at the club for 3 years.
Oh, okay.
But obviously,
again, with Saliba, that's another thing that confuses me. Because if he's not ready for the Premier League, he's not ready for the Premier League. But there's no reason why he couldn't have played him in the Europa League.
Yeah.
And all the other,
you know what it is?
Again,
Because you're only allowed to register 22 players. And it's a thing where they didn't want to take it. I agree, they should have left out Mustafi because his contract finished anyway.
Let me show you some of the players registered, though. Let me show you some of the players registered, okay? So you got Leno, Runnerson, Matt Macy, okay? Then you got the 3 academy guys.
No, they're not registered, though. Don't count them in it. They're not in the 22 man. They're on the B list.
Okay.
So the ones where the stars are on the B list.
Oh, right. Okay. So they're not fully.
So why is James Houssem not on the star?
Because you're allowed to register 3 keepers. So there's obviously pick 3.
Okay. And then you got Bellerin, Gabriel, Holding, Cedric, Mustafi, Chambers.
Wait, what's happening with Chambers? Is he still injured though?
He trained.
He played the other day. He played as well.
He played in the trophy
man.
in the trophy cup, whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
See, Lopez is there. Those are the players that's on the B list.
I've heard a lot about this Barcelona graduate coming over.
He's far from ready, man.
He's too small. He's not physical.
Yeah, like he needs to eat, bro. Honestly.
You're one of those.
Do you guys know any of these guys? Because this guy made the trip. Who's this guy?
I don't know a lot about. I know about Ben Cottrell. Ben Cottrell, yeah.
Never heard of him.
You never. He was.
I've never heard of him.
I could have swore he was involved for Emery last season as well.
No, what you got to realize is the whole club was part of that Europa League final. The whole club made the trip to the Europa League final. So he doesn't really
he's one of the players that's him, Azeez, Charlie Patino, what his name is. He's one of them, and there's that Mexican kid.
Yo, wasn't this like this?
I've heard of that. Yeah, I was gonna say I've heard of that Amari Hutchinson.
Wasn't this
he's the one that used to do all the skills and that?
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
feel like I've seen clips of him.
Yeah, he's been around from when he was like 15, 14.
Yeah. He's the one who did. He was like a. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one we all care about. We want to see Emil Smith Rowe. Who's Jordan?
Jordan McKinnon. No, he's a winger, winger forward.
Yeah, honestly, at the beginning of the season, I was saying to myself, this is Emil Smith Rowe's season.
Injury just let him down, man.
Yeah, I think it's still time for him. But hey, we're gonna wrap it up there. Before we wrap it up, guys, can we come to a conclusion that we can all agree on? What's the lineup going to be?
Oh, man.
If I can't pick a lineup, at least we can try to come up with a lineup.
He's traveled though. That's the thing. He's in the.
Yeah, who's like fully in contention kind of.
Oh, no, not tomorrow's lineup. I'm talking about our best lineup for the league going forward.
Best lineup for the league.
Goalkeeper Leno.
Yeah.
Right back, I'm gonna say Ainsley Maitland-Niles,
Everyone
not
agree?
Bellerin. I don't know if everyone agrees with that.
I think with a Saliba in there, I'll put Cedric.
You put Cedric?
I'll put Cedric. If Saliba's playing there, I'm putting Cedric.
Why?
Like,
you got some experience.
I watched the last game of him, what was it? It was in that Papa John's trophy. I think it was against Gillingham he was playing against. He looks for that wing back making an overlap, and he slipped a ball through, and I feel it's a dangerous play that we could use.
Cedric looks for that.
No, Saliba.
All right, okay, yeah.
Saliba created the assist that led to the goal.
Yeah,
against
that
Gillett.
ball was he drove from defense and slipped it through. That's a dangerous ball, man. We could do more of that in our team.
Fair enough.
Okay, Brendan, are you going with Ainsley still?
It's a tough one. It's a toss up between Ainsley and Cedric. Don't want Bellerin anywhere near this team.
Yeah, 100%.
Daniel, are you going to be picking Bellerin or?
No, not a chance. I'll give Maitland-Niles and Cedric a chance for once because they can do us no harm. His Bellerin has done us a lot of harm already. So just take a gamble with Cedric or Maitland-Niles.
I just find that guy's quotes hilarious, bruv. Some of these press conferences that he's some of these interviews that he's doing, and some of the quotes that are coming out, I'm thinking, what's going on?
Is the club not reading these and saying,
is there not like a PR guy saying, you know what? Just hold that one inside. Don't worry about that going out. Like,
he is comment about missing one-on-one, saying
like
school one-on-one.
Yeah, like if a striker misses one-on-ones, football will become. Listen, if Aubameyang's getting 30 one-on-ones, I want 30 goals. Me, I don't want no 10 and him missing 20 to make the game more interesting. What's going on there?
Yeah, that's why I say Xhaka is not a leader, bro. So
yeah,
he's a leader, but I'm seeing guys missing chances, bro. Grab him by the neck and tell him, bro, fucking fix up. Bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to lose. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Not having it.
Okay,
I'm not having it.
I'm only giving you guys one of them. Who are we agreeing with? Dominik? Because I felt like majority of you guys said Ainsley. Only one person said Cedric. So Dominik or Houssem? Who are we taking? And can we afford either of them?
Big Dom.
He's a gem, man. He's a gem. Listen, he's gem.
Raw, man. There's something about him. He's raw.
He's a gem, man. I'm telling you.
Okay, so
do you know what I do? Because we know Arsenal like a cheap option, don't we? So how about this? Sack Arteta, bring in another manager, and then put Arteta in the midfield.
You'll do better than these. You'll do better than them, man.
Yeah.
He would do better than this. That's what I'm saying.
He would. Oh, he would. He would.
He was a better player than Xhaka. He was a better player than Xhaka.
He used to be
right now. We need that team of Arteta going like this and then running onto the pitch.
He was a better player than Xhaka, honestly.
He was.
Yeah.
Arteta. One thing you can say about Arteta, he had the intelligence.
Yeah, he was a decent player.
I think we signed him as a panic buy, didn't we? In deadline day.
Yeah, we did. We signed he was part of that 5-man. We did.
Look at it this way: two of those panic buys are running the club now. In
Mertesacker.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest.
I don't know either.
No, I feel Mertesacker is doing a good job.
Mertesacker has it. I feel like he is intelligent. Like if you actually watch,
he's intelligent. If
that guy had pace, he'd actually be rated as intelligent. Like he'd be one of the best footballers. And
he's disciplined. Don't forget when Ozil did that shit.
You know what I mean? Man was on him. Yeah, I rate. Now that's good though. I rate that. So yeah, I rate Mertesacker. To be fair, I think he guided Koscielny a lot during games when they used to play together.
Definitely.
But that's back in the day, man.
So, on a serious note, Brendan.
Yeah.
Besides Arteta.
Hey?
Besides Arteta, who are you going with?
What, next to Partey?
Yeah.
Be real, come on, bro. Be real.
Oh, if it's next to Partey, it can only be one of them.
El Neni?
I can't play in a double pivot.
Wait, El Neni and who? Who's the options next to Partey?
It's probably got to be Ceballos, I think.
You talk about players that's already there.
Are you going to go buy another player? You think we can buy 2 players in the January window?
I mean,
if we had balls about us, we would.
We could.
Honestly, we could.
Good.
Honestly, there's no reason why we can't. There is no reason. Unless yes, you may have to pay the extra 5-10, but if it helps you secure Champions League football, you're getting that back in the summer anyways.
Sure.
It won't happen. We know it won't happen.
We're just talking about absolute hypotheticals, to be fair. But
But with the
So,
Szoboszlai deal, it's been rumored that they want it in 3
Isn't his release
installments.
clause like 25? Yeah, isn't his
22, and they want it.
25?
They want it in 3 installments.
What? It's 25 mil, isn't it? 25, isn't it? 25 mil his release clause.
20. It's 25 million euros, like 22 mil, isn't it?
And yeah,
Yeah. And they want it in 3 installments. So what's that? That's Arsenal. That's all over for you.
That
like,
is all us.
That is all us. So if we don't get it done,
yeah, man.
then
we're not serious. Okay, so I'm gonna put the next man next to us. Is El Neni or Danny? What are we going?
I would go with Ceballos.
Elneny.
I'm going for it.
No,
Actually, I think a Danny Empire could work. It could work. Definitely could work. I just don't ever want to see a Danny and a Xhaka ever again.
No.
They've got no right to be playing together.
There's no chemistry. There's no link. There's nothing. Yeah.
Does this look good?
I don't know about Danny Ceballos. I just don't know what he brings to our team. I don't get it.
You know what? I don't think he suits the football over here.
Do you know what? The only reason why I'd go El Nene is because El Nene at least knows that he's not good, and he'll just get the ball and give it to Partey and be like, "Hey, you do everything."
Yeah.
Like he's at Man United. But El Nene is that player. He is that guy in the team who's like, you know what? I know I'm a limited footballer. I'll do all the donkey work and do what I can do. And then
that was Edu back in the day.
Yeah, listen, you need players like that in the squad. You need players who just put in a shift. Like Milner's going strong at like 35, 36, mate. Like
Milner would start in our team.
Baller, but I'd put in El Nene for that reason specifically.
Yeah,
I just
Thunderbird next to Partey will be decent still.
I just don't get.
Have you not seen that link? Thunderbird. You seen the Thunderbird link?
Yeah. Is he playing for Sheffield United?
Yeah, but we was linked to him before he went there.
Yeah, he's a good player, but I think he's at the wrong team. Because Sheffield United don't really play to his strength.
Okay, so front three, it's just going to be, in my opinion, you're going to be rotating Aubameyang and Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be lethal, to be honest.
So are we happy with this team?
More than happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the team.
Okay, where do you see...
It depends how you play. Yeah.
And in the
all
case...
we need now is a manager to play that team.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the case you want to be more aggressive against the teams at the bottom of the table, what you do is you play El Neni and you push Partey up a little bit higher up the pitch.
Yeah.
So, everyone on the panel, where do you see this team finishes in the league?
If we were able to get Dominik Szoboszlai, and you see the run that we could go on at the end of the season because of the teams that we play, I honestly think this team could push us up the league like Bruno did.
Listen, they've got to be working on this deal from now, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
To be fair,
it also depends how. Let's say we do get Szoboszlai. It depends how he settles into the league as well.
Yeah. True.
Are you guys worried about the stats not translating? Because I can pull up his stats right now.
I'm not worried at all.
No,
I'm not worried about the stats. To be honest, like he reminds me of what's his name? What's that guy? Like Bruno. Not as good, and I don't think he'll bring. I know
what you mean.
No way.
I don't think he's going to produce what Bruno has. But I like the way he plays. Bruno is literally that guy, yeah. He might be a little bit cocky to some, but if you watch him, he's just always asking for the ball and always trying to make something happen. And this guy seems like that kind of player.
Yeah, he doesn't hide.
So, imagine he goes to Tottenham. Oh my god.
Oh, it's a big rip if he goes to Tottenham.
Yeah, but guys, people in the comment section are saying fourth if we're lucky. Fourth, good luck, failure.
I don't think we finish fourth.
People saying Bruno, laughing emojis. Anyways, it's enough sadness for the day. I'm going to be back with the Europa League preview probably tomorrow. Thanks, Fizzy, JR Fizzy, for coming on. I know you're busy with
the entrance. It's all good, man.
Samuel, big up to you. Kev, my guy, always coming on. Appreciate it. And Brendan, thanks for coming on. I think Brendan's the only one here. Arteta out. Right,
full on.
Every single day, one of the dominoes are gonna fall. I feel like the next domino to fall is either Kesh or JR.
Nah.
Probably me. Out of me and Cash,
It'll be JR still.
It'd be me. Nah, do you know what? I'm just seeing what the vibes are at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not fully Arteta in. I'm not fully Arteta out. I just
You're
want
on
to
the
see.
fence.
I'm on the fence now because it's
I'm
like,
just vibes in, innit? Vibes in.
yeah, man, just vibes.
Listen, I can't see myself being Arteta out until after January. I genuinely can't. When I see that he's got a player who's creative, then I can see where he's trying to go.
What about if we lose? What about if we lose the next 4 games? Because it's a possibility.
It is a possibility.
You got Tottenham. You got Southampton.
Yeah,
I still don't think I'll be out because I just obviously I don't think it's totally just him and the way his ideas are. I feel it's just the players just ain't good enough. So
we need,
and obviously that's not for facts. Quick, I don't know in it. That's just the feeling that I get. But obviously, when I can see him with someone creative, like when he had, for instance, he had Ozil. Let's see if we can start connecting and getting our striker scoring. But until then, I can't say Arteta out. I just can't.
I feel like Arteta is going to be the dead man walking if we lose the next 4 games. But I feel like no matter what, the club will support him until the end of the season.
Yeah. I can't see the club.
If you guys see the report, they said Edu and all these guys. No, Raul said at the beginning of the season, if you finish 10th, I will still
back
give 5 signings in the summer. So to me, that means the club was preparing for us to decline even 2 more spots.
But at the same time, as well, it all depends as well, doesn't it? Because they're now talking about getting fans back into the stadium. Yeah, and if we're still playing this dog crap football and people and all the fans turn to Arteta out, then you're not going to get no fans going back to the stadium. Yeah, and ultimately that's what cost Unai Emery his job and Arsene Wenger as well.
It's not that. It's only
1 second. Kesh. You're raffling out tickets to 4,000 people for a stadium that shoots that many people. There will always be people willing to go. It's not like it's a full stadium. If it was a full stadium, you had 4,000 people, it's a different story. But if you only have 4,000 seats, people are going to be scratching. They're fanatics. They're going to be itching their skin to get into that stadium. Even if the team is dead, they will still go. Because guess what? They're one of the people who got the raffle ticket.
Well, they was doing it from before it got this bad anyway. So, you know what I mean?
It's some people who wanted him out before he even got the job. See, it's
true.
Why do you say that smiling? Get out of here, bro. What are you doing? Anyway, people, we're out of here. Thanks for coming on, guys. I'm just going to wrap it up. But yeah, check JR Fizzy out on his channel. Check out Brandon AFC Fan TV. Check Kesh on his Twitter. It's Kesh, what is it? Kesh AFC 04.
Yeah.
Samuel's Twitter is right there. And you guys already know, if you haven't already subscribed, do that thing, subscribe. But yeah, it's been a late one. I've been watching the Raw in the background, and next thing you know, they're coming out with big girls now and as divas. It's crazy.